because it was such a big project and took so long to get done, I wanted to do a little video about the progress from the gazebo itself. And what I did was compile together a bunch of the video clips over the time period that we've had the property there and been working on it, and sort of do the stages and sort of my take on it. I mean, for the first little while, it was just a pipe dream and some stakes in the ground. And our first visit down where we stayed overnight, we actually got the foundation put in, and it started taking shape. And early on, and this was one of the things I found with it early on, every step that we took seemed like a major step and major changes every time. Some of them weren't as major, like the top ring being added or the top bracing being added to the uprights. But one trip we got all the panels put in, and that was a big step in the process. Then another step, we got the upper ring finished, which was another big step, and then I found the center point in that, and prep for the roof. Now this was getting late in the year in 2023, so we knew it was going to span over to the next year. But at the rate we were going with it, I was thinking, okay, first couple of months of being down there, we'll have this thing done. But this was our last trip down for the year 2023, and it's at that point I'm thinking, okay, well, that went fast, so imagine how fast the roof will go. So we added the top plate our first trip down in 2024, and again, I didn't think it was a big change at that time, but looking back on it, it does look different from how we started the day. And every other trip down, a little bit of change, a little bit of change. The roof going on, the main joists going up was a big change. And again, I got that sense that this is going to go fast. And yeah, it wasn't fast. When you're working with heights and everything's up overhead or you're on top of something, the process does slow down quite a bit. But it did, slowly but surely. Every trip was a new change. The first 3 panel pieces got made, and put in the all the minor joists that go inside. And so now we had a shape to start our roofing. Then we start with the cladding of the roof. And that trip down, we didn't get it all done at once. Of course, nothing gets done all at once around that place. So yeah, the cladding started in this shot. Next trip down, more cladding done. More of the fascia board added. I think at that point we're about halfway through the cladding. And then, I think the next one is the completion of the cladding, maybe? Oh no, that's the feet being added that we got from Woodstock, Ontario, when we went up to visit our grandson. There was something left over at the kids' house from the previous owner that they decided they didn't want, so now they have a place in Nova Scotia on the property, and we did get the rest of the roof done for the cladding. And then next step would be tar papering, and that's, I think what's there is the banding and the tar papering under the tarp. And started the shingling. I think that was a weekend trip down. Yeah. And we got our pot hanger put in. Roof not finished, but we got the pot hanger in so we could actually use the space. And more shingling, still keeping the tarp on until the roof's done. Got the screen put in on all the windows and put in some of the shutters that we had built. Well, the 3 that were already done anyway. And yeah, things just keep progressing slowly but surely. Every trip was a new development in the process. And then, what's this one? I think that's the end of shingling. When we finally, we did still tarp it because the center wasn't shingled. And then the topper, which was a big relief getting that on, and that was a sign of the end coming. And it was one of the most dreaded parts of the project, and the weather vane up on it. And then I think the next step was getting the doors in, yeah. So now we have doors in there, and it's looking more finished, and then finally completed. After over a year of work on it. And yeah, it's all done. And we go inside here and take a look. And this is with all the shutters in and solar lighting. So we do have lighting and the pot hanger and the indoor kitchen stuff set up. And yeah, until next time, and we move on to our next big project, which will start in 2025. Hopefully we get that done in 1 year.